Okay, let's begin the second do now question. And remember on the previous question I stated that if we know the measure of the angle and the side opposite, we're able to use the lower sign. So in this case, take a look at angle A. It's given, but the side opposite is not given, so that's not the one we'll use. Angle B is given, but the side opposite angle B is not given. And the side AB, the length of side AB is given, but the angle opposite. So you may think you can't use the lower signs, but you actually are able to use the lower signs. Since by the triangle sum theorem, we know we can find the measure angle C because the sum of the interior angles of any triangle will always add to 180. So anytime you're given angle, side angle, so that means two angles in the included side, or two angles in the non-included side, or two sides in a non-included angle, we're able to use the lower signs. So let's begin. We will write that the measure of angle C is equal to 180 minus the sum of the two other angles. That's 24 and 66. When we add 24 and 66, we get a total of 90 degrees. 180 minus 90 gives us a total of 90 degrees, so therefore we have a right triangle. We can use the lower signs in this case, but remember, we learned something else when we're dealing with a right triangle and how to solve it, which might be a little bit easier, and that is SOHCAHTOA. So when we take a look at SOHCAHTOA, if I want to find the length of AC, then I'm going to use this angle. This would be the adjacent side, and I know the hypotenuse. So I'm going to use cosine. So the cosine of an acute angle 24 is equal to the adjacent side, which is AC, all over the hypotenuse, which is 43. I want to solve for AC, so therefore I will multiply both sides by 43. Multiply both sides by 43. Here we will cancel. I'm going to use the symmetric property again. So AC is equal to 43 times the cosine of 24. I'm going to use my decimal calculator to approximate this answer. So let's plug in 43 cosine, and that was 24, close parentheses. And we have approximately 39. Since the side length, I said we're rounding to the thousands. So let's take a look at the 4. Remember, 5 or more raises score, 4 or less, let it rest. So we're going to have approximately 39.282. Now we need to find the third side. To find the last part of this particular triangle, we could actually use the Pythagorean theorem to find this length, but unfortunately, this is an approximate answer, and since we actually did the work, it could actually be wrong. So remember, you always want to use your given. So we're going to take a look at the 24 degrees, and BC is opposite that. So BC is opposite, so that's what we're looking for, opposite, and then we have the hypotenuse, which is given. So when we're looking for the opposite hypotenuse, we want to use sine. So we will write the sine of 24 degrees is equal to BC over 43. And this will be solved exactly like the last one. Let's multiply both sides by 43. That side will cancel. Use the symmetric property to put BC on the left-hand side. And then we're going to approximate that. BC is approximately 43 times the sine of 24. Let's close the parentheses. And we get approximately 17.489. So again, when we take a look at the 6 will raise the score. 5 or more raise the score. The 9 will 8. That will make the 9 become a 10. And the 8 will become a 9. So there's two ways we can write this as. So we have the 3 parts we're missing, giving us a total of 6 parts. So remember, a triangle has 6 parts, 3 angles and 3 sides. So we have BC, we have the length of segment AC, the second side, we were given the third side, and we also have the measure angle C, which is 90 degrees, and we're given the other 2 measures. If you decided to use the lower signs, that's quite alright. Once I saw a right triangle, it just automatically made me think of SOHCAHTOA, so I used that instead. But it would be perfectly fine. And if you would have done, if you were to use the lower signs, you would have seen that you were able to get the same answers. So thank you, and hope to see you on the next video.